everybody, welcome back. What are we doing today? We're gonna do my makeup, as in I'm gonna do it, and we're gonna talk. We're just gonna talk. I have a friend. She's my best friend. I will say she's my best friend that I've never ever seen in person, but we talk every day. And I was with her on video call one day, and she's like, "You need to do a video on doing makeup." And I'm like, "I'm not a beauty guru. That's not my thing. I just don't." She's like, "Just do it for every day, for the normal everyday person." So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna talk about my best friend. I'm gonna put a picture of her here. Some of you may know her. That is Peggy from Paige Family Homestead, and I'm gonna talk to you about how to be a good friend and what a good friendship relationship is. Because I've had friends that weren't so nice that I found out that just weren't so nice. All right, I use this CoverGirl Simply Ageless. I don't even know what shade it is. It says 240 natural beige. I don't have primer on. I don't have anything like that, and I use my fingers. I know beauty gurus are like, they don't use their fingers. I have like 3 pumps of this stuff, and I just do that and then just put it on. I have a mirror behind me, just in case you wondered. But if you see my skin, I just covered it all up. I have a lot of, I tanned. I was a tanning bed queen back in the day. And I wish I wouldn't have. My mother always said, "You're gonna get skin cancer, you're gonna get skin cancer, you're gonna get age spots," which I don't know if you can see them through here, but I do. So guess what? I have skin cancer, and my mother was right, and I have age spots all over. All right, so then after it's all over me, then I have this sponge that I like to use, and I just kind of do this all over the place. That's all I do. But anyway, my friend, let's go back to my friend. This is gonna probably be all over the place, this video, but anyway. Back when I started canning, I have canning videos on here, pressure canning. I had no idea what a pressure canner, I mean, I did, because I canned a few things in my lifetime. I canned peppers in oil, which don't do that because you can't can oil and it goes rancid after a while. So just don't do it. It's not good. Now see, I'll also see this. This is because I'm old. Oh geez. My grandmother had that. I blend it in really good around so there's no line. I do that. And then I usually let this dry on my face for just a little bit. Or I'll put this on and then, I'll put this on and then dry my hair. I do that. And normally go wash my hands because it's nasty. But anyway, I don't even know where I was. My friend. Oh, canning. Back to the canning. She helped me. This is how I met her. I think at first I left a comment on one of her videos where she canned something. She's a rebel canner also. She canned something and I'm like, oh, there's my dog. I didn't know that was a thing. And she goes, yes, it's a thing. And then from there, our relationship, we messaged each other privately and we just built our relationship doing that. Okay, now I'll take this paper towel and kind of wipe off whatever's heavy, because and it's usually here and in through here and sometimes here, and I just kind of pat it off. Or sometimes if I get too much here, I'll just wipe it there. That's all I do. So then we built a relationship around her, what she likes to do, and she taught me. And anytime I had a question, all I had to do was message her. She's in Canada, by the way, so I've never met her in person, and we use Facebook Messenger all the time. You can push the button and talk, or we send each other little videos of us talking or what we're doing or anything, and we talk every day now, several times a day. But she helped me so much that she went over and above. She even did a video with me on how to can corn. I'll link that in my description. I'll put that where I had her on video call and she was in the video on my phone. We had so much fun doing that. Okay, now I usually have a clear thing. See, it's almost bottom. This is Revlon Baked Blot. That's what it's called. And I have this fluffy brush that I lost the handle to, or it's still in there, it just fell off, and I'm tired of putting it on there. And I just kind of go around and just put it on. Holy cow, I can see it blowing. So now, fast forward, I mean, our friendship built a lot. She went through me when I had COVID. She checked on me all, we just built a friendship. So now, her husband, if you don't know who they are, her husband has bladder cancer. So they're going through that, and she is over and above stressed right now, overwhelmed in just everything. In Canada, eyebrows. This is the CoverGirl eyebrow pencil. So in Canada, they're not allowed in the hospitals. Some of them let them, some of them don't. And when I missed. And when he has the chemo treatments and everything, she has to sit in the car and wait. So I always know that, and I'll call her. We'll video call. And we just talk about everything other, we'll talk about his cancer, but we talk about everything else because her whole life there is cancer, and I know that, and she knows that. So we talk about everything else and make her laugh. She has a ball. Then I kind of brush this through. And this pencil is just a little bit dark, but you know what? I really don't care. I'm there for her. And I'm not bragging about, I'm there for her. I'm not doing that. But to be a friend, you have to be there for your friend at all times. It doesn't matter when. It doesn't matter. And on the other end, that friend has to understand that if I need her and I need to talk and she's busy, I'll leave her a message and say, like, what I'm talking about, and eventually she'll get back to me. I'm not worried about her immediate response, and she's not worried about my immediate response either, because she knows that, you know what, Michelle will be there. I'm going to talk about some bad things I've had with friends too that weren't really friends. Peggy, the dog's just going to bark. Okay, now I have this butter bronzer. I have my window open in front of me with blinds. It's that color, dark. It's just a dark. And I normally just take, not this brush, like a fluffy brush. And if you go down the sides of your nose, let's see if we can tell. Not a lot. I'm just kind of dipping it in there. Not a lot. You can change the shape of your nose just a little bit just by shading. And then I just blend it in really good. Okay, let me do the other side. I know some of the beauty gurus do this, and their nose looks ridiculous. We don't want ridiculous, pointy, skinny nose. That's not what we're doing here. I'm 55 years old. I don't need to look like a beauty guru or do makeup like a beauty guru. I don't know. Can you tell it kind of made my nose look not so wide? I have my father's nose. Not complaining. Not complaining. Not complaining there. But I have my dad's nose, and it's just a thing. So anyway, we're just there for each other. She knows that I sleep late in the mornings. She's having to get up with Andy and go to appointment, and I sleep late in the mornings. And when I get up, then, she understands that, because I also have fibromyalgia. Now this is the same thing, the dark, and we're going to try to kind of make something look like something is shaped. We're just gonna attempt to do that. And I don't normally use a lot of makeup. Sometimes you'll see me with makeup and I'll be editing a video and I'm like, holy crap, that looks terrible. But I also don't really care. I mean, it's just like, oh, that looks like crap. I don't know. Can you see? I have darkness over here anyway, freckles and stuff from the tanning bed. So anyway, I'm there. We're just there for each other. We're just there. And I make her laugh when she needs to laugh. You have to read your friend. You know how they feel, and when it's appropriate to make a joke and when it's not appropriate to make a joke. And you have to just be there. You have to just be there. We also, in our messages, we don't tell what we talk about. You know, I would never, ever, anything she would tell me in confidence, never, ever, ever, ever would I tell anybody. So you have to be willing not to repeat. I've had a friend once where I went to them with something and I thought he was a friend, but then he repeated it, and he not only repeated it, he made a video about it, you know, and it's like, what? And when he made the video, so whatever's left, I just kind of go down here, just because I've seen other people do that. And not only did he make a video about it, he made a video about it and twisted the story to make himself look good. I would never do that to Peggy. We just don't do that. We don't do that. Okay, I have a lot of blushes, and this is the butter bronzer from, I think Neutrogena makes this. And I also can't see because my eyes are old. And then I have another brush. These brushes I got from, these are Wet n Wild brushes. And they're just fine for what I'm doing. And they were like $1 a brush, if that. And then you can get them on sale even because they have buy one, get one for 40 or 50% off at a lot of the drugstores. I just kind of go in there. And then just here. We just do that here. So I would never, ever, 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 ever disclose anything to anybody, let alone on the internet. Just wouldn't do that. That's not what friends do. They just don't do that. And they also don't use you for your ability. I had a friend do that. I thought he was a friend and he used me for my ability. And my ability, like Peggy is canning and food prep, and she is almost a master canner. She has one more class to take and she'll be a master canner. Well, I also share my ability with her because, like, her thumbnails, some of them just suck, and she knows that. But right now, she doesn't even have time to even want to learn how to do anything different. So she'll put out a video, and I'll just send her a thumbnail. I mean, her video will be out for like 30 minutes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what even is that? And she knows it. She knows that. So I just send her a thumbnail, and it's like there. And I'm like, next time you do a video, just let me know what you're going to do, because I'm just going to make the thumbnail in advance and just send it to you. She appreciates that. And we laugh about that. We just do. And I don't think she'll mind me saying that much. But I've had other people. There was another person that it's like, this is the brush that I had this clear powder on there. I just kind of take it and I just like this brush. I had another friend that used my ability at making thumbnails in my YouTube and what I know, because I like the geeky side of YouTube. I like learning not so much the analytics, because I really don't look at my analytics that often, but I like learning how to make the thumbnails and the editing, and I like doing that, and I've spent a lot of time learning how to do that, and I just like doing that, and I've had a friend take advantage of that. Peggy would never take advantage of me, ever, and I would never take advantage of her, and I've never met her. Alright, I have right here, this is the Morphe palette eyeshadow thing, and I like these colors, but I'm finding that my blush and my eyeshadow, they're all blending together and matching. So I'm trying to go outside of the box and use different colors, but it's not working. I just am sticking to these colors. I have this palette that I really like. And it's got it. Well, first of all, I like this one. This one right here. I don't even know who makes it. And it's got oranges in it. I like to use some of the oranges in there. And then I have another one. Oh, here it is. Now, this is from NYX with these pretty colors in there. And I can't open it right now. But anyway, you see that green right there? I've been trying to work with the greens and the blues, and they're just not working. It's just not working. Rob always says, oh my gosh, people are going to think I abuse you. I'm going to get arrested for domestic violence because it looks like I've given myself black eyes and all the thing. So we're going to go in. I'm going to use this one. That one. That's where I'm starting. That's the starting point. This is the goal on a fluffy brush. So anyway, one day I would really like to meet her. Canada. Oh, this is dark. Daggone it. See, then I end up, and then I have hooded eyes right here. I asked the eye doctor last time I was in because my mom had eye surgery because her eye, it was getting smaller and this was just getting bigger. And you can have a surgery and have that fixed if you lose vision, and the insurance will pay for it. And I'm like, are my eyes, are they getting smaller? And he's like, no, sorry. I'm like, oh, crap. Now see, I got it over here. I am really not a good eyeshadow person. Nope, it's not me. This is not my thing. But I like to play with it. Anyway, back to the friend thing. You just have to be there, and you have to not, let's do the other eye and see what happens. And I always try to get it, I'll show you what I mean. But I start over here, which is probably a bad idea. And then do the windshield wiper mode, because that's what I've learned. I've watched so many tutorials on this, and it's like, I'm still not getting it. And I'm newer to the eyeshadow game. in the past 2 years, it's become more popular. Some of these girls, oh crap, they just do some really amazing things. I'm also not an artist or a makeup guru, so it is what it is. Peggy would never, she doesn't call me and gossip about other people. We don't do that. That's not our friendship, because we never do that. We just don't. We just don't gossip about other people. I mean, what good does that do? I had a friend, the one that I thought was a friend, they called me like together, him and his wife, and they gossiped about somebody, and it's like, okay. Rob and I both got off the phone and said, if they're talking about this person, they're going to talk about us too, right? And I'm like, yeah. So I stepped away from this person for quite a while. We just kind of left. And then I don't know what happened. I should have listened to my gut. That's what I should have done. My gut was telling me run, and my head didn't. So there's that. And video ideas. Right now, Peggy's brain is like in somewhere else. Video ideas, because her channel is, I don't even know what I'm going to use next. Something. What are we going to do here? I never can do this, I'm telling you. We could try. Okay, we'll try. See this purple down here? That's the same color as my shirt. Let's see what happens when I do this. Now, I got a smaller kind of brush, all right? We're going to... This might get wiped off. All right, videos. Oh, that is kind of pretty, if it would be pretty. I have flooded her with video ideas. It's like your channel now she doesn't have time to cook. She can and do all of that. Okay, that's really dark, I know. She doesn't have time to can and cook and do all that. And I'm like, well, you know what? You need to just video your life right now. Make videos and what it's like to have a husband that has cancer, or have Andy make what it's like to find out you have cancer. Those are interesting. Those are things that people might want to watch. They're heart-wrenching. And if you watch the video that she and Andy did, because they did separate videos, they're just heartbreaking. But it's true. It's what they're like. Because can you imagine being told that you have cancer? Okay. We're just going to go with that. Now, this eye over here never, ever does what this eye does. Just know that right now. But can you imagine being told that your husband has cancer even? I mean, my ex-husband had cancer. He had testicular cancer. And when we were... See, it never... And I know when we were told, I don't even know how to hold my face. When we were told that he had, this doesn't even look good, sorry, that he had cancer, it was devastating. We were like in shock, because we were just told and then said, okay, come in tomorrow, you have to have surgery. And it's like, huh, what? Wait a minute, what? What? So we went, I understand how she feels and all of her feelings, because I went through that. So, and my ex-husband's doing fine, by the way. So we went through the chemo, or the radiation. He did radiation. And the sick, and the tired, and the exhaustion. And so I can understand. As a friend, I get it. I understand. See, they never look alike. Never. So video ideas. Her and my friend, we bounce video ideas off of each other. We don't steal somebody else's content. Because I know that I've seen people do that before. That one person, the one that I thought was a friend, wasn't a friend. I've seen him do that. And Peggy and I, we don't do that. If she does something that I like and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do that, I ask her, hey, can I make this video? I know you just made it. I'll wait about a little while, and I'll like a couple weeks, and then I'll make it. So yours, or she does the same with me. It's like that. And that's what friends do. YouTube friends. And I mean, if you have YouTube friends, you just don't steal somebody's content or ideas. If she had the idea, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And she never minds. See, they never look alike. This looks ridiculous. I know that. She never minds. She doesn't. What the heck am I going to do now? This is awful. See, It might not look awful on camera. This isn't me. That's what it is. Let's see if we can lighten it up a little bit. Okay, I've got this pink right here, this light pink shade. We're going to go in. Things are rolling. We're going to go in there and just kind of, let's see if we can't do something with this, because this just isn't me. YouTube friends, and if you take it as an idea that somebody was talking about unintentionally, you know, make sure they know, whoa, I didn't mean to do that. That wasn't, you know, because I've had that happen. It's like, well, I didn't do it on purpose. Please believe me. And if you're friends with this person long enough, they'll believe you. If you haven't lied to them and haven't, you know, ran them down the road of the wrong way or done anything else, you know, if you have a good enough relationship with your friend and you say, I didn't mean to do that, I'm sorry, apologize. And that's another thing, apologies. This video is going everywhere. It's a long video, I know that. When you apologize to somebody, you have to understand that you did something. You know, let them, because your friend isn't allowed to have their emotion. They're allowed. You know, I was upset with my friend that I thought was a friend, and tried to explain, and was called drama. I'm like a drama queen. I'm like, seriously? You have to listen to what your friend says, and if they say you hurt my feelings because of this, you have to know, okay, that's their feeling. I need to acknowledge that feeling and do something about it. Act on it. We're going to leave it like that. I know I don't even know what it is right now. I'm not even sure. But you know what? We're leaving it. We're just going to leave this. If your friend says that you hurt them, then you hurt them. Then you hurt them. And you have to acknowledge that you hurt them. This really isn't me. This is crazy. And not say, but you know what rolled off of here? My eyeliner. Hold on. I have this eyeliner. It's like, I keep sharpening it, and I don't even know what kind it is, and I don't like this, and I won't buy this again. I mean, I like it when it goes on, but I don't like how you apply it, because you sharpen it like a pencil, and once in a while there's a pointy edge, and I've stabbed my eyeball more than I can tell you. All right, that's happened. So this goes on my waterline. But you have to acknowledge your friend's feelings. Yeah, you have to acknowledge that is what I did, you know, and fix it. And the way that you fix it is you say, I am sorry for doing XYZ, and mention what you did, and then change your behavior. Change your behavior. Because if you don't change your behavior, how many times can you apologize for something, you know? Oh my gosh, this is even, I don't want it there. This is just, okay, let's just wipe it off. You have to acknowledge that your behavior, that you did something. You know, the friend that I thought was a friend never acknowledged his behavior, never changed it, never nothing. And then when they apologized, it would be, but you, and I'm like, but me, what? What did I do? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. And that's another thing. If Peggy says to me, I trust you, over and over and over, I trust you, I trust your decisions, I'm in my head thinking, Peggy trusts me. She trusts me. All right? So then, if I would go and do something, and somebody else would go back to Peggy and say, Michelle did this, and then I go to Peggy and say, what? No, I didn't do that. She trusts me. I trust her. I trust her. And I trust her because she's telling me, I trust you, Michelle. I trust you, Michelle, and I trust your decisions. And I would never, ever do anything to wrong her, ever. And if somebody else would, go to her, and because that happened. Oh my gosh, this looks horrible. I know that. That happened with me with this other friend. Over and over and over and over, we heard, I trust you, I trust you, I trust your decision, I trust you. I mean, I could get into it deeper, but I'm not. So, in my head and other people's heads, him saying, I trust you, we just assumed, okay, he trusts us. He trusts us. Good. So when something happened that could have looked bad for me, I didn't do anything. He didn't trust me. There was no trust there. And I'm thinking, okay, but you say this, but you're doing this. It doesn't jive. It doesn't jive. And in the long run, I did absolutely nothing. I didn't do anything that was said. And the I trust you, it was like, yeah. I thought, oh, see, now I always do that. I always donk the side of my eyeball. Donk with mascara. It's still there. We're just leaving it there. So if you're telling somebody, I trust you, I trust you, I trust you, your action better match that. Your action better match your words. Because when it comes down to it, if you say, I trust you, I trust you, I trust you, and then something happens, and then all of a sudden you don't trust this person, you really hurt that person's feelings. Period. If you don't acknowledge how this person feels, you hurt their feelings. You just hurt their feelings. All right, now lips. You ready for this one? For my birthday, I got these 2 Kylie lip kits. Which one are we going to do? Eeny, meeny, miny. Oh, let's go for the darker one. We have the darker eyes. Let's just do that. Now, this kind of came with a lip liner, and I don't normally line my lips, and I think that this needs sharpened. I think. I have this sharpener over here, which I need a better sharp. I hope I don't ruin it. I don't even, how does this even, that's not even a sharpenable. Let's look at the other one. All right, let's see. That one still has, does it just come out? I don't know how this works. All right, we're going to line my lips. I never line my lips, but we're doing that. We're doing it right now. And as you go, my wrinkles, my teeth, when I got my teeth, it took some of my lip wrinkles away. I was happy. Hold on, I can't talk. Yeah, I'm still talking. This, see, I don't even, all right, Kylie, I don't know how to use you. If you sharpen that, let's go for, I think this is a Wet n Wild one. I do have some lip liners. I don't ever use them. Oh, see, this is why. I have little lips. My mother does too. See? That looks ridiculous, doesn't it? Let's see if we can overline. Oh. I'm not a lip liner person. This is fun. You know, it's like the first time you ever wear makeup out in public when you're a girl and you think everybody's staring at you. I got that feeling. This is a long video, isn't it? Oh, I missed my... Look at that. Let's see if we can fix it. This is bad. All right, hold on. This is why I don't wear lip liner. Okay, that's a little better. Now let's do this Kylie stuff. And this Kylie lip gloss is really drying, and if I don't use it for one, because, well, sometimes I do, but all right, here. That doesn't even match. It's all too dark. This is hysterical. All right, let me try the other one. I think that's even lighter. This is a really bad ending to this video, isn't it? See, wrong. It's wrong. I wonder if I can cover it up with this stuff. So then, that's pretty. We take the paper towel and we wipe all this crap off, see? That looks terrible. Yeah, that's why I don't do this. So anyway, back to, I don't even know where we were, but we're almost done now. There were 30 minutes in it, and I just hit my tooth. This is bad. Probably if I didn't talk during the midst of all this, it would be better. Because I got it clear, see, I got it clear here and here. Real life. This is real life. So anyway, be a good friend. Just be a good friend to somebody. Do what you say. You know the saying, be a man of your words. Do that. Yeah, so, and okay. This is Shimmer Balm. Sometimes in videos you'll see me wearing this, but it's just a lot. It's just a lot. So, anyway, be a good friend. Be a man of your words. If you're going to do something, do it. If you say you're going to be there, be there. If you're going to say I trust you, trust them. This year, next year. I'm going to Canada. I'm going to see Peggy and Andy. And we're going to have a good time. That's what we're going to do. We're planning, I don't know when, because I have to renew my passport. My passport's expired. I don't know what the Canadian laws are going to be with COVID. I don't want to go over there and get stuck and not be able to come home. But I do want to go and stay for a while. You know, we've already got a plan kind of happening, Rob and I do. I don't think Peggy knows about it yet, but hi Peggy, we're planning something. Now, at the very end, if you want to, I have this Wet n Wild spray that it's the finishing spray you can put on your makeup and it'll stay. It works, but I'm not doing that right now because I'm taking some of this off after this video because, yeah, that dog's still there. Anyway, be a good friend. Just be a good friend. That's how you be a good friend. And I will see you in my next video.